So, have I traveled through time? Lin Yan was sitting on the beach, and the sea breeze blew the bangs on his forehead. He looked at the prompts given to him by the system and muttered to himself. A few minutes ago, he traveled to the world of pirates. As a popular IP in the past life, One Piece has an influence all over the world. It has accompanied the growth of countless people and is the witness of countless people's youth. It's an honor. Lin Yan is also one of them. But he really didn't expect it. One day I will come to Grand Line and come to this bizarre world of pirates. Lin Yan admitted. He does like One Piece and every character in it. But when I think of those strong men moving mountains and reclaiming seas at every turn, destroying heaven and earth with a raised hand, and leaving the world in devastation. Lin Yan felt uncomfortable all over. Ordinary people are just cannon fodder here. Let a contemporary young man with no talent travel to Otherworld to serve as cannon fodder. King think highly of me. Think back to the main characters in those movies. After learning that he had traveled through time, his body immediately trembled, and his eyes were bright and full of energy. Since I was lucky enough to encounter the disaster of traveling through time. In this life, I must live a wonderful life. Holding the power of the world, he lies drunk in the lap of a beautiful woman. Pretend to be a pig, eat the tiger, and dominate the crowd. This is just standard equipment for time travelers. What? I got the legendary heaven level technique. What? I awakened the legendary sword intention. What? I'm the strongest in the world on horseback. To this, Lin Yan could only say, obtain the heaven level skills of Yoma, awaken the legendary sword intention of Yoma, and become the strongest in the world of Yoma. A person with no talent, no ability, no background comes to Otherworld and is so awesome. Believe it or not, you could be killed in minutes if you walked out. Fortunately, there is always a way out. Lin Yan's system was also activated accordingly. The system is called Fishing Heaven System. As the name suggests, it can help Lin Yan fish the heavens. Whether it's devil fruit from the pirate world, S-level ninjutsu from the Hokage world, turtle Qigong Sen beans from the Dragon Ball world, or even things from the fantasy world in the world of wonders, you can get them. The only prerequisite is bait. Bait can be obtained through tasks. At the same time, the system is also very user-friendly. Ding. It's been detected that the host has just traveled through time. I'm giving you a newbie gift package of 365 bait. Ding. The gift pack for newbies has been given away, please host to start fishing. With the system's words falling, Lin Yan has an additional fishing tool in his hands. By understanding, 365 bait corresponds to 365 days. That is 1 year. The bait from the novice gift pack can be used by Lin Yan for fishing for a whole year. Looking at the introduction in the system, there are devil fruit in the pirate world, ninjutsu in the Hokage world, and various abilities in the world. Lin Yan is a little jealous. After realizing the dangers of the pirate world, Lin Yan had an epiphany. He knows. This may be the only heaven-defying opportunity in my life to change my life. Gotta hold on to it. Obtain the fishing sky system. Not to mention becoming the strongest in the world. At the very least, you must have the ability to protect yourself. Just do it. Lin Yan immediately started fishing. This time. That's a whole year. Have to say. Fishing all year long can be dull and boring. But, compared to getting stronger, what are these? After 365 days of fishing, his bait run out. Congratulations, host, the fishing is completed. You currently have 365 exquisite blind boxes. Do you want to open them? In Lin Yan's system warehouse, it is filled with exquisite blind boxes. Exquisite blind box. This is an item you get every time you fish. No one knows what rewards will be inside. Coming. Lin Yan's hands were shaking slightly. It was like dismantling a courier. This was the result of a whole year's hard work of fishing without hearing anything outside the window. His mood was ups and downs and he could not suppress it. System, open all the exquisite blind boxes. Ding. We are opening the exquisite blind box. Crack. 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 All exquisite blind boxes were opened one by one. Then a series of sounds rushed into Lin Yan's ears. Ding. Congratulations, host. You opened the exquisite blind box and gained 1 month of training experience. Ding. Congratulations, host. You opened the exquisite blind box and gained 1 month of armament hockey training experience. Ding. Congratulations, host. You opened the exquisite blind box and gained 1 month of observation hockey training experience. Ding. Congratulations, host. 365 exquisite blind boxes were opened one by one. Suddenly, the blinding glare made it almost impossible to keep his eyes open. Too much. Lin Yan's eyes widened, and he couldn't help but exclaimed. The rewards inside came one after another. This process took a full 10 minutes. After the rewards emerged, they were all injected into Lin Yan's body. Lin Yan only felt that the power in his body was soaring unprecedentedly, and his strength was rising like seawater. Finally, 365 exquisite blind box sound effects have come to an end. Ding! 365 exquisite blind boxes have been opened, and the rewards obtained for host statistics are being collected. Statistics completed. Congratulations to host, you have gained 240 months of training experience. Congratulations to host, you have gained 240 months of devil fruit training experience. Congratulations to host, you have gained 240 months of observation hockey training experience. Congratulations to host, you have gained 240 months of armament hockey training experience. Congratulations host, for getting the thunder fruit. Congratulations to host, you got Mangekyo Sharingan, Obito version. Watch the system statistics end. Especially when you see the thunder fruit and Mangekyo Sharingan you got at the end. Lin Yan couldn't sit still. He jumped up from where he was in shock. Is this real? Thunder fruit, Mangekyo. You're in luck. Lin Yan wants to restrain his excitement, but when these two items are placed in front of you, who can withstand this? Lin Yan quickly took out the thunder fruit. He holds a heavy devil fruit in his hand. He was very excited. To know, devil fruit also has upper and lower levels. Even if we look at the entire grand line, thunder fruit is among the best. Well-deserved SSR level devil fruit ability, although after the Nika fruit came out. Thunder fruit and Mera Mera fruit gave birth to a meme that no dogs will eat it. Forget about Mera Mera fruit. No matter how you wash it, it won't be whitened. Any strong person can easily punch out flames. Damn it, even dogs won't eat it. But this does not hinder thunder fruit's current status. It's time to say it or not. The strength of thunder fruit is still here. Took it. It is not an exaggeration to describe it as reaching the sky in one step. Not to mention the blessing of Mangekyo Sharingan beside me. And it's the Obito version. Copy, Kamui and Susanoo. If you want to use 4 words to describe the current situation. The first sentence is, woohoo, the second sentence is, take off. The excitement in Lin Yan's heart could no longer be contained. Already restless, he ate the thunder fruit without hesitation. Since then, the second Thunderman of Grand Line is born. After taking thunder fruit, Lin Yan was stunned for a moment. People say that devil fruit is bitter and tastes unpalatable. How? My own devil fruit. Not only is it not bitter, it's even a little sweet. System prompt. All devil fruit abilities obtained through fishing will have no side effects of their own. At this moment, the system gave an explanation. No side effects? Doesn't that mean it doesn't share devil fruit's curse? For example, seawater, such as sea stone, can. Lin Yan nodded, secretly admiring in his heart. Except for thunder fruit. Other abilities also attracted Lin Yan's attention. 240 months of cultivation experience. Convert to years. This is a full 20 years, that's really what I said. Can you block this punch that has taken 20 years of effort? In other words, Lin Yan's cultivation base and strength increased for 20 years for no reason. No wonder I just opened the exquisite blind box. He only felt that there was a prehistoric power brewing and settling in his body. That's what happened. System, check the character panel. Lin Yan shouted towards the system. Character, Lin Yan. Talent. Normal, devil fruit. Thunder fruit open black lens bracket 7100s close black lens bracket. Hockey. Observation hockey, 7100s, armament hockey, 7100s. Skills. Sword skills, 7100s, physical skills, 7100s, marine 6 styles, 7100s. Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan. This ninjutsu originates from the Hokage world, so the activation energy source is changed to hockey. The stronger hockey, the stronger Sharingan. Comment. Grand Line has superb strength. Look at your system panel. This is the result of a whole year of hard fishing. Lin Yan wants to say, beef flap glass. The fishing system is really awesome. System. I have run out of bait, how can I get it? Happy to be happy, Lin Yan's bait is exhausted. It's urgent. The depleted bait must be replenished. The issue is how to supplement it. Dear host, how to obtain bait will be announced through system tasks. Currently the mission system template has been activated. Mission 1. Hunt a pirate with a bounty of over 100 million in 10 days. Complete the mission to get 10 bait. The system provides a task template. Has the mission been released? Lin Yan looked at the task panel and touched his chin. A high reward of 100 million is a bit high. If placed in the first half of the Grand Line, it would at least be a level close to supernova. Don't forget it. Where is this? A new world where strong men roam everywhere. The number of pirates with 100 million level bounties is countless. Coincidentally, yesterday, a pirate group came with a bounty of up to 150 million pirates. After landing on the island, burning, killing, looting, committing evil acts, robbing civilian girls, and committing all kinds of evil. In the blink of an eye, the whole island became full of smoke. It's better to come early than to come late. For 10 pieces of bait, I'll take action on you. By the way, help the local residents pay off, you scum. Lin Yan's eyes flashed with a hint of coldness. Battle Axe Pirates. The captain's battle axe has a bounty of 150 million, and he holds 2 pear-shaped mountain axes, which can be compared to Zhang Fei and Zhuge's likes who have never come back. Vice Captain Jieki, with a bounty of 86 million, is an extremely powerful swordsman. Their men numbered 300. Able to sail in the New World, every member of the Tomahawk Regiment has experienced many battles. Outstanding ability and good strength. Just one day, the Tomahawk pirates were plundering supplies like devils entering the village. Wealth and women were all moved onto the ship. The people on the island are miserable and the water is hot. In front of the powerful pirates, they did not dare to resist at all. Because it's on the ground, there are already hundreds of cold corpses lying down, ready to resist. Daughter. My daughter. Don't take her away. An old woman hugged her daughter tightly and cried. Get out of here, lousy. The crew of the Tomahawk pirates put their feet on the old woman's shoulders and forcibly dragged her daughter away. Don't take my wife away. Another man also held his wife's hand tightly. Die. However, what greeted him was the pirate's hand rising and falling with a knife. A severed arm was thrown into the sky, flung around twice and landed on the ground. The man covered his broken arm and wailed happily on the ground. Same scene, happening in every corner of the island. Countless people were killed. Countless people and property were looted. Countless women were forcibly abducted. The gold, dyed red with blood, was carried onto the ship in large numbers. The island was filled with rivers of blood and corpses strewn across the land. It's like a hell on earth. Not to mention, the people who live here have a lot of wealth. Not only is wealth, but women are also beautiful. But these are just our playthings after all. Ha 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 ha. On the Tomahawk pirates, the crew members were all laughing wildly. I have long been used to doing similar things, and I seem to turn a blind eye to the hell on earth in front of me. And behind them, it was the pitiful and frightened looks in the captured women's eyes. They don't know what their next fate will be. But there is no doubt about it, from this moment on. Their bodies, their souls, will not belong to you. Just as the Tomahawk pirates laughed loudly, the women who were caught were desperate. It's so tragic. Lin Yan was sitting on the mast of the Tomahawk pirates. He looked at everything in front of him and smelled the pungent smell of blood in the air. He said calmly. Many people think that One Piece is an adventurous and passionate film and television drama. But actually, who knows, in the dark corners of this world, how much blood and bones are hidden in this scene. All this before my eyes. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Who? As the captain of the Tomahawk pirates, Tomahawk immediately sensed the crisis. He quickly raised his head and looked at Lin Yan sitting on the mast. Hear the words of the captain. Experienced countless hardships of life and death. The crew members of the Tomahawk pirates at the scene had already formed a tacit understanding. He calmly drew out the sword from his waist. They all set their sights on Lin Yan, who came with bad intentions. Who are you? Tomahawk frowned, raised his pear blossom mountain axe and pointed it at Lin Yan to question. Under the watchful eyes of the entire Tomahawk pirates and the captured women. On the mast. Lin Yan moved, he jumped down. It landed firmly on the ground. Sorry, I'm just passing by here and came to your Tomahawk pirates just to borrow something. Lin Yan put his hands behind his back and glanced at everyone in the Tomahawk regiment, he said calmly. Something. What? The alertness in Tomahawk's eyes did not diminish at all. Lin Yan's face remained calm as usual, passed by the entire Tomahawk pirates. Finally, it was locked on the captain of the Tomahawk pirates. Lin Yan used an indifferent look, as if he said an insignificant sentence, there is a head on your neck. The words fell. The surrounding air suddenly became condensed. The temperature plummeted. It's too late, it's fast. Lin Yan took a quick step, disappeared instantly. It moves like a stray rabbit, running like thunder. Lightning and thunder pierced the sky, reflected the sky red, and reflected on the sea. Lin Yan's speed. Almost all you can see is the afterimage. Look at Lin Yan, who is so fast. This is a master, everyone be careful. Tomahawk's pupils tightened for a while, and he deliberately wanted to remind other crew members to pay attention. However, Tomahawk hasn't finished speaking yet. Stab. His head was cut off directly by Lin Yan, drawing a parabola in the sky. This moment, the world is like a black and white painting. Tomahawk neck broken. Black blood spurted out from his neck like a fountain. Sprinkle on deck. The whole ship was dyed red. Then there was a plop, and his head hit the deck. This moment, Tomahawk actually saw the entirety of his body. Why? Why can I see my body? Pity. Without waiting for him to think too much, a powerful pirate with a bounty of 150 million. He died without breathing, on the spot. Boss. Boss. When he saw his captain was killed in the blink of an eye. Not to mention how shocked everyone in the Tomahawk Pirates was. To know. This is their captain. There is a reward worth over 100 million. Even if they encounter ordinary marine troops, they may not necessarily be their captain's opponent. More importantly, where is this? This is the New World. New World is in great turmoil. But the pirates who have gained a foothold here are not comparable to the group of minions in the first half of the Grand Line. And their Tomahawk pirates have already experienced countless hardships. Although his strength is not top-notch, he can still gain a firm foothold in the New World. But, even so, the Tomahawk couldn't even make it past one round in Lin Yan's hands. The head was cut off. The people in the pirate group seemed to have seen a ghost, their eyes were as wide as a bell, and the words, "impossible," were almost plastered on their faces. Equally shocked were the captive women. I thought I was going to be in trouble after suffering this disaster. Never thought of it. At the most desperate moment, Lin Yan appeared, and it brought them hope. After the people of the Tomahawk Regiment were briefly stunned and shocked, everyone's face turned into anger and embarrassment. Come together and avenge the leader. Kill him, kill him. Come on. Everyone in the Tomahawk Pirates' heads felt hot and their eyes were red. They swarmed up. Pick up the weapon in your hand with murderous intent. On their faces, full of strong hatred for Lin Yan. Pity. In the face of absolute strength, something. It cannot be made up for by a burst of passion. Millions of volts. Lin Yan held the thunderbolt with one hand and then punched it out. Thunder Fruit activates and instantly envelopes the entire Tomahawk Pirates. Thump. Thump. The men of the Tomahawk Regiment at the scene could not withstand the impact of thunder, and violent lightning struck them. Suddenly, there were screams everywhere, and one after another fell to the ground. Lightning strafed, and the entire hull was scorched black. Wherever it passes, not a blade of grass grows. The majestic thunder and lightning was about to tear them apart. Are you demon fruit power? The vice captain looked at Lin Yan in disbelief. Your Excellency, it seems we don't know each other. Why did you come against us? Who are you? Although the other crew members were frightened when they saw Lin Yan's strength, they still suppressed the throbbing in their hearts and shouted. Does it matter who I am? It's like ants don't recognize your feet. Lin Yan was calm and his indifferent eyes swept over them one by one. What exactly do you want to do? The first officer asked shakily. Killing their captain instantly with one move, and the thunder and lightning in the sky. The strength of both sides is no longer the same dimension. He realized. Today, their Tomahawk Regiment provoked an incredible being. Didn't I say it before? I'll lend you my head for use. Lin Yan no longer intends to continue talking nonsense with them. He slowly raised his hand. Hold it with one hand. The thunder and lightning in the air suddenly began to compress. All gathered towards everyone in the Tomahawk Regiment. The group of people in front of them could no longer withstand the pressure put on them by Thunderfruit. Peefed. He was directly hit by the Thunderfruit and died on the spot, turning into a ball of blood mist and rotting in the air. The sea breeze blew away the blood mist. Back and forth in less than half a minute. Battle Axe Pirates. The group is destroyed. Congratulations to host, you completed the hunt for a pirate with a bounty of over 100 million and obtained 10 baits. The system sent a prompt. Indicates that Lin Yan's mission is completed. But he didn't care about this, but looked at the group of frightened girls who were taken captive. Lin Yan sighed. Something like that. Performed every day around the world. This is the unknown part of the big world of One Piece. You are safe. Get out of here. Lin Yan unlocked them and said to them. Can we really go back? A girl with a Madara face and a bloodline asked. They have all been dealt with, and no one will bother you again. Lin Yan comforted them carefully. Hear this. Although the faces of many girls were covered with tears, their panic gradually disappeared. Thank you. Thank you. The rescued girls expressed their gratitude pitifully in mosquito sounds. You're welcome. After Lin Yan rescued them, he planned to leave here. Even if he saved these girls. But in the end, it didn't change the ending of the village being invaded by pirates. He couldn't help but sigh. Just when Lin Yan was about to leave here. That. Benefactor, you saved us. Can you tell us your name? Suddenly. A girl stopped Lin Yan. She wanted to know the name of the man in front of her. Lin Yan paused as he walked out. With his back to them, he said lightly, Lin. The words fell. A breeze came. Many girls only feel that their eyes are dazzled. Immediately afterwards, the mysterious man in front of me just disappeared into the sea breeze. 10 baits is enough for me to fish for 10 days. Oh, it's still a little bit short. Lin Yang has been thinking about these baits since he opened the exquisite blind box last time and got good things. Practice. Still practicing? How can you enjoy fishing in cultivation? The following few days, Lin Yan is either fishing or on the fishing road. Ding, congratulations host, you have gained 1 month of fruit cultivation. Ding, congratulations host, you have gained 1 month of armament hockey cultivation. Ding, congratulations host, you got a copy of Jin Ping Mei, Part 1. Ding, congratulations host. Generally speaking, Lin Yan is more inclined to stock up on goods. After he has almost stocked up, he opens the exquisite blind boxes. It's like peeling a melon seed and putting it in your hand. The last bite was boring. There is no need to say more about the sour and refreshing taste of this mouthful. However, he was itchy. Simply don't stock up anymore. Catching a fine-grade blind box will open a fine-grade blind box, catching another one will open another one. However, among the rewards obtained, an outlier appeared. Wait, what did I just get? Lin Yan suddenly raised his head. He quickly looked towards the system warehouse. Immediately after this second, Lin Yan couldn't help but feel a little confused. Jin Ping Mei? Lin Yan's eyes were surprised at first, and then dull. This. Isn't this a book that was popular all over the country? Lin Yan's expression was solemn and passionate. Come out of the system. What the hell is this thing that comes from fishing? Can I, Lin, read this kind of book? What a joke. I am also arrogant and a proud person. Who would be interested in this kind of book? Then. Dear host, do you want to destroy Jin Ping Mei? The system issues a prompt. Emin. Once you can, destroy it. Lin Yan, who said, I, Lin, know how to read this kind of book, hesitated immediately. He touched his chin, and then said righteously, forget it, after all, it is an item obtained from fishing, so don't give it up for free. When saying this, Lin Yan is old-fashioned and arrogant. Said he just wanted to take a look, nothing more. Real. You believe me. You must believe me. As an outstanding young man of the 21st century with strong willpower, I am used to seeing various scenes in small films. It can be said that he has been experienced in hundreds of battles, and he doesn't think that a mere little meme can do anything to him. Looking at it occasionally after meals can also be beneficial to your health. Didn't the older generation say that? If you want to be healthy and live a long life, smoke, drink and eat fat, go to bed late and get up late without exercising, and make more friends with the opposite sex. Take advantage of your free time. He glanced around. After making sure no one is around, secretly took out Xiao Meimei. Spread out the first page. The dazzling and breathtaking words on it immediately came into view. Of course. Naturally, it is impossible to attract Lin Yan, a veteran driver, on the first page. But next. As the plot gradually deepens, the rhythm becomes more and more urgent, and the seductive and life-threatening scenes gradually emerge. As Lin Yan keeps turning the pages, gradually, the strength of the first of the 4 great books was revealed. Lin Yan felt a thrill all over her body and couldn't stop. Nima, it's so exciting. I didn't expect that I could enjoy such benefits after traveling to the pirate world. Lin Yan's Adam's apple rolled, and his eyes were stunned. He continued to flip through Xiao Meimei's pages. The more I watch it, the better it gets. The more I watched, the more fascinated I became. Fishing? Is there any scent of Xiao Meimei in fishing? This is fishing. It doesn't matter if I don't fish. It has to be admitted. Xiao Meimei, the first of the 4 wonderful books, Gen Nima is a well-deserved masterpiece. Lin Yan is now one of the top players in the new world. But as a normal man, saw this kind of book. Who can bear it? Hard. I mean fists, hard fists. At the same time, in the port of this archipelago, Izo, the captain of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates, arrived here. To know, this sea area is the territory of their Whitebeard Pirates. The island is even decorated with the flag of the Whitebeard Pirates. Now, residents in their own territory are threatened by other pirates. Yi Zhang's face suddenly darkened. He immediately arrived with the members of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates. Because of distance, the journey took 1 day. However, when arriving at the scene, Yi Zhang was slightly startled. Imagination. The devastated village that had been plundered by pirates did not appear. Except for a slightly burnt smell in the air. It's not as broken as expected. What happened? Yi Zhang has doubts in his heart, after settling the villagers. Yi Zhang began to ask what happened, when informed. When a man named Lin helped them and killed the Tomahawk Pirates. Yi Zhang was slightly shocked. He had heard of the Tomahawk Pirates. With a bounty of 150 million, he kills decisively and is extremely bloodthirsty. Where they targeted, all that was left were ruins. It would be fine if Tomahawk was alone. The key is what they have. But there's a whole pirate ship full of people. Such a powerful pirate group disappeared out of thin air overnight. No bodies were left. This is a bit incredible. Forest? Yi Zhang narrowed his eyes and wrote down the name. Interesting. I really want to meet this person named Lin. Yi Zhang touched his chin, and then murmured to himself, Lun En, what do you think of this person? Lun. The vice captain of the 16th Division. He is one of Yi Zhang's most trusted subordinates. To be able to destroy the Tomahawk Pirates in 1 night, he must be very powerful. Lun thought for a moment, then subconsciously expressed his opinion and replied. But at this moment, Lun paused for a moment. He heard the implication of Yi Zhang's words. Captain, what do you mean? If possible, I would like to meet him and compare notes with him. To hide the way with piercing eyes. Private fighting is prohibited within the Whitebeard Pirates. There has been no fighting for many years. Yi Zhang's hands were itchy. It's rare to encounter such an interesting opponent these days. How could he miss it? Immediately, he ordered people to inquire about Lin's footprints in the small town. After half a day of inquiry, don't tell me yet. Lin's news. It really reached Izo's ears. In the back hill of the town, there is a fisherman. According to people who come and go, his appearance is the same as Lin who rescued their town this time. At present, he has been fishing in the back mountains for a whole year. During this period, I occasionally went down the mountain to purchase supplies. At first, many people wonder, this guy must have lost his mind on fishing and gone crazy. Who wants to sit around for a whole year with nothing to do? Until recently, when the town was sacked by pirates. When Lin wiped out the Tomahawk Pirates alone. Everyone in the town was shocked. Only then did they realize what this young man was doing. Since then, the residents are even more full of awe and admiration for the hills behind the town. Back mountain? Hearing this, Yi Zhang's eyes lit up. He led everyone in Division 16 towards the back of the archipelago. Back mountain. While Lin Yan was fishing, he held his little mei in his hands and looked at it with gusto. From time to time a haze smile appeared on his face. It's like the expression when you're stuck in bed, turn off the lights, turn down the volume to the minimum, turn on the brightness to the maximum, silently open the browser, and expertly input that string of mysterious codes. At this moment, a sound suddenly came from the system. Ding, dear host, a new mission has been released. Mission 2. Defeat 3 enemies with a bounty of 300 million in 10 days. Complete the mission to get 20 bait. Listen to the system. Lin Yan looked away from Xiao Meimei. Did you issue another mission? To be honest, the 10 baits obtained by killing the Tomahawk Pirates before were not enough for Lin Yan. After the novice gift pack is gone, the bait decreased sharply. What was originally a small amount of bait suddenly turned into a rare treasure. You must do it in the shortest possible time. Just get more bait. Certainly, defeating the so-called 300 million strong enemy is not a big problem for Lin Yan. It's not that he's arrogant, but the 300 million powerful people are no longer on the same level as him. But the problem lies precisely in this. Where can I go to find a powerful person with a bounty of more than 300 million? There is really no need to be afraid of the 300 million strong men, just be afraid that they cannot be found. And the tasks have deadlines, 10 days time. It's a bit insufficient. When Lin Yan was frowning and distressed, a group of people came into his sight. Izo looked around. Then I quickly found Lin Yan in the back mountain. Youth, fishing. Isn't it the Lin that the residents talk about? Yi Zhang led the people towards Lin Yan's direction. Excuse me. Do you know a man named Lin? Although he guessed Lin Yan's identity, out of courtesy, Yi Zhang took the lead in asking. Forest. Lin Yan paused. Then he quickly thought of the identity he revealed to the villagers a while ago. Are these people here to find you? Tell me who you have been having fun with recently. That would only be the members of the Tomahawk Pirates. Lin Yan said calmly. You are from the Tomahawk Pirates, right? As soon as this statement came out, Yi Zhang, the vice captain and others looked at each other, but they did not react immediately. We are from the Tomahawk Pirates? What does this mean? Yi Zhangguo asked after being stunned for a second. Okay, stop pretending. If you want revenge, go ahead and don't say I didn't give you a chance. Lin Yan is very distressed now. Where can he find a powerful person with a bounty of more than 300 million? Because of this. As a result, he lost interest in the remnants of the Tomahawk Pirates in front of him. Aren't you here for revenge? Then let's make a quick decision. Lin Yan hooked his hand towards them, indicating that if they wanted to take action, just go ahead. Oh? Yi Zhang realized that Lin Yan had misunderstood them. He originally planned to explain, but very quickly. Yi Zhang thought of Lin Yan's strength. A smile formed on his lips. The scene suddenly became, Crooked Dragon King. Since you said so, then let me experience your strength. Yi Zhang also did not clarify this misunderstanding. He came to find Lin Yan for only two purposes. 1. Try Lin Yan's strength. 2. If Lin Yan is really as strong as imagined, their Squadron 16 would not mind extending an invitation to join the Whitebeard Pirates. After Yi Zhang agreed, the vice captain and the other crew members looked at each other, and they saw smiles in each other's eyes. To know, the captains of the Whitebeard Pirates are all famous and powerful. Even Izo, who is ranked at the bottom. Put it on the Grand Line, and all the major forces will have to give it a 3-point presence. Compete with the captain of your own division? You got kicked in the head by a donkey. Everyone shook their heads. Even if Lin Yan destroyed the Tomahawk Pirates overnight, they also didn't think Lin Yan could really get benefits from Captain Yi Zhang. There's a good show to watch. Challenge Captain Izo. This man's courage is not ordinary. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm really looking forward to him being frightened later. This man is going to be in trouble. The vice captain and the crew members talked to each other, and they all backed away with thick smiles. Make room for the two of you. Izo suddenly pulled out both guns from behind him. The two guns spun twice on his fingertips, and then were held tightly in his hands. Swords don't have eyes, be careful. Yi Zhang said with a calm expression and a smile on his face. He is extremely confident in his own strength. Otherwise, he would not be qualified for today's position as squad leader. You are quite polite. Lin Yan raised his head and glanced at him. Without further ado, let's get started. Yi Zhang twisted his wrist and said lightly. Both sides lined up in this open space. An invisible wave of air shrouded the two of them. Yi Zhang just smiled and said nothing. It's too late, it's fast. He tapped his foot on the ground. There was a dent in the beach, and he was like an arrow leaving the string. A swish sound appeared in front of Lin Yan. He pulled out the gun in his hand and locked it on Lin Yan's head. Boom. Flames erupted from the muzzle. After the gunfire, the bullet cuts through the illusion, shooting at Lin Yan. At this time, one side of Lin Yan's head. The bullet missed him. Escaped. As a firearms master, there is no need to say how fast Yi Zhang draws his gun. But he didn't think much about it. Izo gets close again. Kicked towards Lin Yan. Lin Yan avoided it again. Oh? The speed is pretty good. Izo nodded. Experts will know if there is one as soon as they take action. No wonder they were able to destroy the Tomahawk Regiment. Don't say anything else. Able to keep up with my own speed. Lin Yan's strength has been recognized by him. Let me try and see how strong you are. Yi Zhang suddenly exploded, his speed was even better, and his power exploded even faster. Faced with Yi Zhang, who suddenly became angry, Lin Yan responded calmly. The body keeps moving. It is precisely this insignificant movement. But he just narrowly avoided all of Izo's attacks. After all, Izo is the squad leader of the white group. He immediately sensed the threat Lin Yan's strength brought to him. It's like you do a combo of moves, but I saw a series of myths popping up from the boss. This person. Not simple. The other members of Division 16 also noticed this scene. A strange color flashed in their eyes. We underestimated him. I have to say, this Lin is quite capable. He can actually keep up with the captain's speed. Other members of the squad watching the battle expressed their opinions. However, just when they admire Lin Yan's strength, Lin Zi looked at them and said with a slight surprise, I didn't expect that the members of your Tomahawk Pirates are quite capable, but it opened my eyes. Yes. From beginning to end, Lin Yan regarded each other as a member of the Tomahawk Pirates. This sentence actually made the people in Division 16 look at each other. Did you really not recognize Izo as the captain of the Whitebeard Pirates? Once upon a time, their squad leader is so unknown? Come again. Lin Yan's calm look also aroused Yi Zhang's desire to fight. He drew out his guns again, and a hail of bullets was released instantly. This time, the angle to hide the gun is particularly tricky. Almost all of them are locked in Lin Yan's blind spot. No matter what action he takes, the next bullet will hit him. Except for the twin guns, Izo's melee combat ability is also very powerful. He was very fast. In the blink of an eye, he came to Lin Yan's eyes. A whip kick swept towards Lin Yan. Lin Yan's eyes showed a slightly strange color. With the strength of a Tibetan captain, revealed in this moment, he couldn't help but hesitate. Is there such a strong person among the remnants of the Tomahawk Regiment? If there really is such a strong person, how is it possible that the reward is only 150 million? But Lin Yan quickly regained his composure. A slight smile appeared on his face. The ending is the same. Facing Yi Zhang's attack, Lin Yan is always avoiding. All the attacks in the company failed, and all the bullets were fired. Yi Zhang couldn't help but feel a little anxious. He speeds up, trying to suppress Lin Yan with speed. But about speed, how many can compare to Thunder Fruit? If Kizaru's sparkling fruit is elementalized, it can increase its own speed to the speed of light. Then Lin Yan's Thunder Fruit, theoretically, it can also be infinitely close to the speed of light. This second, Lin Yan moves forward at the speed of light. Yi Zhang felt great pressure, his eyes flashed red. Observation Haki activates, however, even Observation Haki. He couldn't even catch Lin Yan's afterimage. This Observation Haki can't catch it. How fast is this? Izo's eyes widened. There was a rare look of shock on his face. Before, I might have complained that Lin Yan had been dodging. Now when I see his true speed. Now. Only then did Yi Zhang understand what the qualitative gap is. Forest. He is too fast, incredibly fast. How could there be such a fast man in the world? Lin Yan. I can tell. The forest in front of me. Devil fruit must be highly developed. Izo became more cautious. But just be cautious. This doesn't work at all. Lin Yan stepped on the thunder. Not too many fancy abilities. Lin Yan is already close to the speed of light. Just kicking Izo. Yi Zhang also instinctively crossed his hands in front of his chest in a defensive posture for the first time. Pity. All this is in vain. Boom. The scene was boiling. Thunder rolls and tears the sky. He was like a supernova who got kicked by Kizaru. It exploded and flew out. He fell straight to the ground. He couldn't even block Lin Yan's moves. The whole person wiped out a long trench on the ground. Lin Yan kicked the ground with one leg. He put his hands in his pockets and said in an admiral manner, "Oh, have you ever been kicked at the speed of light? If only I could hang a cape on him." The cloak has the word, justice, printed on it. The next leader of the Kizaru gang is none other than Lin Yan. The degree of imitation is as high as 100%. Kizaru felt ashamed when he saw it. Yi Zhang felt extremely uncomfortable now. Ahem. Lin Yan's speed was so fast that he almost couldn't react. In his heart, I couldn't help being shocked. After other people in the 16th Division around saw this scene, they couldn't sit still anymore. This guy, he's so fast. No way, he injured Captain Izo with just one move? One move. That's just a move. The people of Division 16 simply couldn't contain the throbbing in their hearts. Watching the captain of his team being kicked to the ground by Lin Yan. One or two of them exclaimed, "I even couldn't believe my eyes." Yi Zhang wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Lin Yan's strength. Much to his surprise. "Lin, you surprised me so much." Yi Zhang climbed up awkwardly from the ground and tightened his grip on his guns. If I was only slightly interested in Lin Yan before. So now. The warlike desire in his heart. Completely ignited. Who doesn't want to compete with the strong? His eyes looked at Lin Yan in front of him as if he were looking at a treasure. War situation. Already turned on. Izo ignored his injuries. Strike first to gain the upper hand. Raise both guns and lock onto Lin Yan. Choo-choo-choo-choo. Countless bullets burst out from his hands. Lin Yan was calm and composed. Body elementalization is activated. Let the bullet pass through his body. See this scene. Yi Zhang's heart trembled. Elementalization of Devil Fruit's abilities? Then, the corners of his mouth raised slightly. But I saw him take out the magazine from his pocket. If you look carefully, The magazine is full of sea stone bullets. Sea stone. There is an absolute limit to demon fruit power. This is one of Izo's trump cards specifically used to target those with devil fruit's elemental abilities. Quickly draw your gun. Izo's hand speed is almost as fast as that of a white-haired ninja from a certain village. The hand speed of switching magazines was so fast that afterimages almost appeared. Load the gun, aim, and pull the trigger. 2222. 3 shots were fired in succession. Lin Yan looked still indifferent. Yi Zhang's eyes were filled with joy, as everyone knows. Elementalization is no match for sea stone. In other words, if you don't dodge, then the sea stone bullet is a sure hit. Even if Kizaru comes, he still has to lie down in front of sea stone bullets. Just when Yi Zhang thought that Lin Yan was going to be shot and fell to the ground. When the balance of victory is about to tip, shuashawashua. 3 bullets passed through Lin Yan's body. It's like hitting cotton. Didn't make any waves at all. What? When Yi Zhang saw this scene, he couldn't help but open his eyes wide. The captain of the 16th Division lost all his arrogance. Sea stone bullet passed through him? How can this be? Elementalization doesn't play like this, right? Looking at Izou, who was shocked. Lin Yan's ancient well has no waves. Elementalization is indeed unable to withstand sea stone bullets. But was it elementalization he just used? Magatama flashed across Lin Yan's eyes. Kamui couples space. Yes. At this very moment. It is Mangekyo Kamui's ability that Lin Yan displays. Kamui's couples space. It allows Lin Yan to ignore all harm in a short period of time. What is your ability? Izo asked in shock. You do not need to know, Lin Yan replied. Yi Zhang frowned. This was more than a powerful enemy. This is simply a monster. On his body, there are so many abilities that Izo has never seen before. Lin Yan looked at the endless trump cards. It's elementalization again. Again, ignoring sea stone bullets. Yi Zhang's whole body was numb. Horse riding. Can you still play like this? Yi Zhang suddenly regretted wanting to compete with Lin Yan. The key is, there were so many other people from Division 16 watching around. If you lose. Losing face. But, I can't catch up with my speed, and I can't match my strength. As time goes by, he could feel the horror of the devil fruit ability in Lin Yan's hands more and more. You are strong. This is not a compliment. Yi Zhang is convinced of Lin Yan's strength. Actually, before the Nika fruit appeared. Looking at the grand line, Thunder fruit has always been in the top 3. Even overshadowing Shock fruit, it's just. After the Nika fruit appeared. Mara fruit, Thunder fruit, and dogs won't eat it. Your guns are not bad either. Lin Yan followed closely and praised. Listen to Lin Yan's business blowjob. Yi Zhang smiled bitterly. At this point, there is nothing more to say. Now that I have decided to compete with Lin Yan. Then draw the line to the end. Moreover, he came here today to get addicted to handcrafting. I wanted to invite you to join my pirate team before, but now I have changed my mind. Let's have a good fight. Yi Zhang adjusted his mentality and then said to Lin Yan. Invite me. Your Tomahawk pirates are really proud of you. When Lin Yan heard this, he responded mockingly. Hear this. Yi Zhang, who was still full of blood just now, felt a tightness in his chest. For a while and a half, he didn't even know how to answer. The other team members also covered their foreheads. A black line fell down. Really? This guy really doesn't know they are from the white group. Izo gave an awkward yet polite smile. He burst out with strength again. Pulling out his 2 guns, the lotus flowers danced wildly, killing everyone. Bullets hit Lin Yan. Not only that, Yi Zhang's speed was faster than before. Yes, he decided to use his full strength. Shuashawashua. Bang bang bang. If some ordinary white group members could still watch the game before. So now. In their ears. There was only the sound of the wind, the sea, the sound of breaking through the air, and the sound of sparks. They are completely invisible. The only thing that can be felt is the constant collision of 2 figures in the sky. Have to say, as the captain of the squad, Izou is very powerful. Even if you are at a disadvantage, you will explode with all your strength. Within a short period of time, you can still compete with Lin Yan for a while. But, it's just that they can compete for a while. Compared to Lin Yan, his strength is still far behind. And Lin Yan never showed his full strength from beginning to end. I just looked at them as the remnants of the Tomahawk pirates. Gradually, sweat broke out on Yi Zhang's forehead. I started to feel powerless. 50 million volts. At this time, Lin Yan rubs thunder and lightning with his hands. 50 million volts of thunder exploded, in an instant. The scene was filled with thunder and thunderous roars. Boundless power gathered at the scene. The stars set and the light shines brightly. Scarlet lightning. Violent impact on the scene. The wind was howling, the sea was turbulent, and the majestic momentum shocked everyone everywhere. The ground was lifted up, and there was scorched earth everywhere. Wherever the thunder passed, the sky was dimmed, and it retreated in all directions, carrying bursts of lightning. Finally, on the beach full of thunder and lightning, Yizang did not block Lin Yan's thunder fruit ability. Like a kite with its string broken, it hit the ground heavily. Along with Yizang fell. This battle. The curtain has come to an end. At this moment, the most shocking thing to say. None other than the other members of Division 16 who were watching the battle. Watching Captain Izo's defeat, the other members of Division 16 at the scene were silent. The other members of Division 16 had their Adam's apples rolling. In an instant, all eyes, all the focus is on Lin Yan. Who is Izo? The 16th captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. There is a reward of 510 million belly. A person who is famous all over the world and has first-class strength. Just like they stated before. Looking at the grand line, any force has to give 3 points of thinness. I thought. This was a one-sided crushing from their squad leader. But they were wrong. Their squad leader was crushed by Lin Yi. Everyone really drank a big pot. Izo, who was given high hopes by them, collapsed. The waves in the hearts of the members of Division 16 could not subside for a long time. Lie on the ground with a big shape, breathing heavily, although he lost this round. But he was not discouraged. Instead, he laughed, ha ha. So happy. This was a very enjoyable fight. To be honest, private fights are prohibited within the Whitebeard Pirates, and no suitable people can be found outside. Gradually, Izo's body began to gradually rust. Now I meet Lin Yan. Naturally, the determination to compete with him is indispensable. And Lin Yan's strength did not disappoint him. Even if he has already used all his strength. But he is still no match for Lin Yan. Lin Yan's strength can be seen as moderate. This battle. It's so enjoyable and comfortable. This also leads to. Yi Zhang admired him more and more. This forest. Really strong. Talking about Lin Yan. Accompanied by Izo's fall, he walked up to Izo. See Lin Yan's actions. The people in Division 16 were nervous, fearing that Lin Yan would do something outrageous. Lin Yan ignored the looks of the people around him and asked Yi Zhang. You are not from the Tomahawk Pirates, are you? Of course he saw it. The people in the Tomahawk Regiment must really have this strength. Could he be an unknown little pirate in the New World? Indeed we are not. A smile appeared on Izo's pale face lying on the ground. My name is Izo, captain of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates. At this time, Yizang also revealed their identities. Izo. Lin Yan paused, his head jerked up. Horse riding. He said why the guy dressed as a woman in front of him looked so familiar. The relationship lasted a long time. He turns out to be a member of the Whitebeard Pirates. Actually, this is not Lin Yan's fault. He has traveled to the pirate world for a whole year. And this whole year, it's almost non-stop fishing, fishing, fishing. Most of the plots in the original work that should be forgotten have been forgotten. Not to mention some irrelevant characters. Brain capacity is inherently limited. Who remembers so many things? Ding, congratulations host, your mission has been updated. Mission 2. Defeat 3 enemies with a bounty of 300 million in 10 days. Current progress. Defeat Izo, the captain of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates, who has a bounty of 510 million, mission progress, 1/3. Complete the mission to get 20 bait, suddenly. Lin Yan's mission has been updated. I finished a third of it in a daze. See here. Lin Yan's originally dull heart also became radiant. This is it a mistake? What's wrong with you guys looking for me? Because he had completed 1/3 of the task, his mood felt as if the clouds had cleared away and soared into the sky. Lin Yan had a smile on his face and asked Yi Zhang. To be honest, I'm here to thank you for rescuing the residents of the town, and I also have a strong interest in you. But that's not important anymore, Lin, I'm glad to meet you. Yi Zhang stood up from the ground in embarrassment and patted the dust on his body. Is it? After Lin Yan heard this, he smiled slightly. For Yi Zhang, he also gradually developed a good impression. And soon, in order to get to know Lin Yan, a friend, Yi Zhang said nothing, with a big wave of his hand. In their 16th Division captain, a sumptuous banquet began, and extended an invitation to Lin Yan. I heard there was a party. Lin Yan glanced at Yi Zhang one more time. Get free banquets and so on. How could he say no? Everyone hates free prostitution, and everyone loves free prostitution. Good. He agreed without saying a word. The people from Division 16 came to the town immediately to prepare. Consider avoiding disturbing people. Yizang specially took Lin Yan on his boat. On board, everyone in Division 16 gave Lin Yan a lively welcome. Glass after glass of wine was poured into Lin Yan's belly. As a top powerhouse in the New World, these drinks are not enough to tempt Lin Yan. Not even a moment. Lin Yan drank a lot at the scene. Friendship between men is that simple. Seeing how Lin Yan can fight and drink. The people in Division 16 watching this kept sighing. Mild personality. Don't be sloppy in your speech. Others were attracted by Lin Yan. More interested. Everyone booed one after another, competing to respond. The sound of shouting became more and more cheerful. All of them were poured towards Lin Yan. Lin Yan also accepted everything as ordered. That's all. A lively banquet. It resounded to every corner on the deck of Division 16. Early next morning. The morning sun is like fire, lighting up the sky. Izo, the captain of Division 16 of the Whitebeard Pirates, stood on the deck. He looked a little depressed, and his face was a little tangled. Should I send out the invitation? At first. He indeed came with the intention of inviting Lin Yan to join their Whitebeard Pirates. But the problem lies precisely here. You said if you beat Lin Yan. Then I extended an invitation to him, which made sense. The issue is, I never hit him. Instead, he was defeated miserably, and he was beaten so hard that he couldn't find his way back. There is quite a feeling of being F***ked instead of pretending to be cool. In this case, he even sent out invitations. Does it fit? No matter if it fits or not. Gotta give it a try. Learned about yesterday's banquet. Lin Yan does not have any power at the moment. Such a strong man. Even if you don't invite yourself, there will definitely be a lot of other people vying to come out in the future. The so-called fat water does not flow to outsiders' fields. That's fine if we haven't met him. Now that we have met. Don't miss it no matter what. Lin, I believe you should remember that I wanted to invite you to join our Whitebeard Pirates from the very beginning. Are you interested in our Whitebeard Pirates? The moment he said these words, Yizang couldn't help but feel a little uneasy. Listening to Yizang's invitation, Lin Yan paused. Join your pirate group? As a hammy. Who wouldn't be interested in the Whitebeard Pirates? Of course, if you have any requests, just ask and I will do my best to satisfy you. Thinking that what he said was not sincere enough, Yizang quickly added another sentence. Looking at Izo, who was so worried, Lin Yan immediately became happy. This is not like the style of Izo, the captain of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates, who challenged me in high spirits. Then. Do you agree? Yizang sweated to himself. In principle, I refuse. Lin Yan gave Yizang half the answer. As a fine tradition of Blue Star, there is no need to say more about the connotation of refuse in principle. Pity. Yizang is a straightforward person. After hearing the rejection in principle, he ignored the implication. I thought he rejected me. Yizang lowered his head in frustration. Well. Okay, I respect your choice. No invitation was successful. Yizang also respects Lin Yan's choice. Look at Izo, who just retreated. Lin Yan sighed. These people are all straightforward. It seems like I can't beat around the bush with them. He smiled slightly and changed the subject. But, it's not that I can't agree. If you can meet my conditions, I won't mind having a relationship with you. After hearing Lin Yan agree, Yizang's eyes lit up. You agreed? Yizang's tone became urgent. Don't worry, I still have conditions. Lin Yan shook his head and said calmly. Whatever the conditions are, just ask for them. When he thought of successfully inviting Lin Yan to join their Whitebeard Pirates, Yizang would agree to any conditions. The conditions are simple. What benefits do I get from joining your Whitebeard Pirates? Lin Yan raised his eyebrows at Yizang and asked as if he understood. Benefit? Listening to Lin Yan's words, Yizang quickly understood. Of course, we, the Whitebeard Pirates, have been based in the New World for many years. We have collected a lot of information on all aspects of information, the secret treasures of the Grand Line, and even One Piece. As long as you join, we can share it with you. This is the foundation of our Whitebeard Pirates. Don't worry, as long as I'm here, I will never treat you badly. I guarantee that as the captain of the 16th Division. Yizang was very strict, patted his chest, and said to Lin Yan with a serious face. This look. A sense of déjà vu that painted a magnificent picture of the future for him. Lin Yan wiped the sweat from his forehead. Return the information, return the secret treasure. Who wants these illusory things? Actually, I just want to ask you how the Whitebeard Pirates treatment is. For example, monthly salary, are there 5 insurances and 1 housing fund? Lin Yan said unhurriedly with a naive smile. Showdown. I don't want anything. I just want something practical. Don't give me the whole picture. You. Are not kidding me. The moment Yi Zhang heard these words, he couldn't help but be a little dumbfounded. Lin Yan actually cares about money? 5 insurances and 1 housing fund? It stands to reason that a strong person like Lin Yan, wealth, status, honor and other things should not have much appeal to him anymore. If it weren't for his serious look, Yi Zhang almost thought his head was numb. But since Lin Yan said so, although not sure. But Yi Zhang hesitated for a while, and finally gritted his teeth and followed closely. As long as you are willing to join, I will give it my all. The salary will be doubled, and all 5 insurances and 1 housing fund will be arranged for you. Listen to Izo's reply. Lin Yan gave him a thumbs up. Don't look at the awesome Todoroki, holding the thunder fruit in his hand, he is ridiculously strong. But actually, it takes 360 days to travel to this world. Do you know how I got here? The pockets are empty, the sleeves are dangling. Not a cent, not a penny. The poor old lady downstairs knocked on the door in the middle of the night, saying that I was disturbing their rest time. Strangeness. I didn't play, I didn't make trouble, and I didn't jump up and down. Why did it disturb their rest? You will find out if you ask carefully. It turns out that he is poor because of his poverty. Old ladies who disturb people in the middle of the night can't sleep. When I stepped on the horse, my mentality exploded. From now on, Lin Yan finally realized it. It is impossible to do without money. You can't go back on your promise, your salary will be doubled, and you'll get 5 insurances and 1 housing fund. Lin Yan said seriously, for fear that the other party would regret it. No problem. Yi Zhang nodded seriously. That's right. Why don't you just give me something practical? Okay, I'll join your Whitebeard Pirates, with Lin Yan's consent. When the people in Division 16 heard the news, they cheered. After all, Lin Yan's strength is obvious to everyone. There are people like this joining the overall strength of their Whitebeard Pirates. It's time to reach a new level, however. On the way back, Yi Zhang became depressed. Is it true that just by arranging 5 insurances and 1 housing fund, he would be willing to get on the ship? Yi Zhang only felt that this was a bit illusory. He has joined the Whitebeard Pirates since then, from an ordinary crew member to the captain of the 16th Division of the Whitebeard Pirates. Many methods were used to recruit crew members. There is coercion, inducement, solicitation, and the use of the resources of the towering tree of the Whitebeard Pirates. But just today, this was the first time that I used 5 insurances and 1 fund to deceive someone into boarding the ship. The key is, this man's strength is far beyond his own, far beyond that of an ordinary squad leader. This style of painting, it's a bit crooked. But now that Lin Yan agrees, in order to avoid long nights and long dreams, Yi Zhang changed his mind. Doors and windows were welded shut on the spot. A big wave of his hand. Immediately, the fleet of Division 16 began its return journey towards the base of the Whitebeard Pirates. Let's go. I'll take you to see Dad. Not to mention how happy Yi Zhang is to be able to invite a strong man like Lin Yan on board. When Lin Yan heard this, his expression looked a little strange. These words. Why does it sound a little weird? After a morning, the members of the 16th Division returned to the White Group's base. I'll arrange a place for you first. You can probably leave for the Moby Dick tomorrow. After Yi Zhang completed the placement of Lin Yan. Go find Whitebeard first. On the deck of the Moby Dick. Whitebeard is convening a meeting with Marco, Josie, Beasta and other captains. At this moment. Daddy, good news, I have good news for you. Yi Zhang suddenly broke in. His arrogant appearance attracted the attention of many members of the Whitebeard Pirates on the deck. Marco, Josie, and Beasta all looked sideways. It settled on Yi Zhang's body. What's wrong with you? There was a little doubt in Marco's tone. This is not your usual cold style. Beasta also smiled slightly and said to Izo. Did you encounter anything good when you went out this time? Josie touched his head dully and asked. What happened? There was a little doubt in Whitebeard's eyes. As everyone thought, Yi Zhang has always regarded himself as aloof and would never show emotions, anger, sorrow and joy easily on his face. Now it has changed from normal. The wind and fire come and the wind and fire go. This more or less made everyone a little confused. At this time, Izo calmed down his excitement. He told about his previous encounter with Lin Yan. Briefly stated, that's roughly what it means. He recruited an exceptionally strong crew. Lin's strength Not weaker than them, the captain of the Whitebeard pirates. Even Marco and Josie, to know. What kind of treatment do the captains of the White Regiment receive on this sea? There's no need to say more. Certainly. A large part of the reason for this comes from the intimidation of Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world. But it's undeniable. The strength of 16 division captains. Each one is comparable to the existence of the Emperor's deputy level. The strength almost always starts at 500 million. This is why. After the major forces saw the squad leaders. The reason for giving 3 points of thin noodles. Very strong? Beasta raised her head slightly. Not weaker than us. Josie also looked sideways. They both touched their chins, if it is really the same as what Izang said. Then they are the Whitebeard pirates. This time I really found a treasure. It is possible to add a strong man of squad leader level to join. No doubt. The overall strength of their Whitebeard pirates has been raised to a new level. This is a done deal. But Whitebeard, who is used to seeing strong winds and waves, remains motionless. His steady eyes swept over the bodies of Izo, Beasta, Josie and others. Then it settled on Marco. Marco, what do you think about this matter? Marco glanced at Whitebeard, his face expressionless. He knows. Dad wanted to see how he would deal with this situation. After sizing up the situation for a while, Marco said in a calm voice, Dad, I think this is a good thing and a bad thing. How can it be a bad thing? When Izo heard this, he couldn't help but argue with Marco. Marco lowered his head, his eyes calm. First of all, if this Lin is really as powerful as Izo you said, and is willing to join our Whitebeard pirates, this is indeed a good thing. But have you ever thought about it, let alone seeing the name, Ellen before, we have never heard of it. It's like it appeared out of thin air. You suddenly appear and are willing to join our Whitebeard pirates, don't you think it's suspicious? At least at this level, I think we have to reserve our views and wait for discussion. Whitebeard saw Marco so calm, he nodded. Since retreating into the background, Whitebeard became increasingly worried about his health. Trauma and hidden illness in youth, it is now deeply ingrained in him. He is nearly 80 years old and is plagued by old illnesses. The sick tree stands in front of the window, and the hero is in his twilight years. Especially a while ago, Thatch was assassinated and Teach defected. Aggravating Whitebeard's sense of crisis, he had a feeling. The next Whitebeard pirates will have a catastrophe. Where did this catastrophe come from? He wasn't so sure. It's urgent. Replenish the backbone of the Whitebeard pirates. And cultivating the next most powerful successor is the last word. The 3 lieutenants including Marco, Ace, and Josie are all valued by Whitebeard. Pity. Although Ace and Josie are capable. But the flaws are also huge. Ace is young and arrogant, while Josie is not calm enough. Marco. Become Whitebeard's last choice. Isn't it a bit inappropriate that someone else agreed to our kind invitation and we suddenly questioned it? Yi Zhang was a little hesitant. It was still hard for him to believe that Lin Yan might have come to infiltrate their Whitebeard pirate group. Although what Marco said makes sense, there is nothing appropriate or inappropriate. I just raised relatively reasonable questions in the appropriate place. In the final analysis, we are all thinking about the Whitebeard pirates. Marco said calmly towards Izo. Consider hiding for the Whitebeard pirates. Actually. Why not Marco? If you really verify Lin's identity. The Whitebeard pirates welcome us with both hands and feet. Gula la 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 la. At this moment, Whitebeard's laughter came through. But their father stood up. He waved his hand and said boldly. Okay, you two, stop trying to get into trouble. Marco has Marco's principles, and Izo has Izo's principles. No matter which category he belongs to, the visitor is a guest. If you don't treat him well, this is not the style of our Whitebeard pirates. Listen to Whitebeard. Dad, what should we do? The captains of the divisions were stunned and asked. It's a rare visitor. Don't you want to meet him? Whether you think about it or not, I'm quite interested in him anyway. Whitebeard laughed loudly. Besides, we, the Whitebeard pirates, cannot miss such a powerful man. Listen to Whitebeard. The others nodded. This is indeed the case. It's too early to draw any conclusions. Just let them take a good look. What a newcomer this is. Whitebeard gave one final warning. Also, please don't publicize Izang's defeat to Lin for the time being. I have my own plan. The next day, a new member of the Whitebeard pirates has joined, and everyone is aware of it. It stands to reason that there are new people joining. Everyone in the White group should be excited about it. But everyone has only one focus. Dad personally recruits new people? The aspect of recruiting new people. Shouldn't the people from the logistics department be in charge? Take 10,000 steps back. Even if someone from the logistics department doesn't come forward, At least the squad leader is responsible. Dad. Why did he come forward in person? Aboard Moby Dick. Many people frowned and talked about it, expressing their dissatisfaction. Who is this new guy? What a grand gesture. You actually want Dad to show up in person to greet you. I want to see if he has 3 heads and 6 arms. If this matter spreads, where will the face of our Whitebeard pirates go? To be honest, I'm a little unhappy regarding the current situation of the Whitebeard pirates. How could Whitebeard not understand? The entire Whitebeard pirates have been standing on the top of the mountain for too long, and have not encountered corresponding setbacks for too long. So that the atmosphere of pride and complacency in everyone rots away. Whitebeard glanced at the scene and saw this scene in his eyes. It's also time. It's time for you to do something. Whitebeard came out from backstage. He took 2 steps forward. All right. Whitebeard slowly raised his hand to signal for silence. As the captain of the Whitebeard pirates, Whitebeard holds an important place in the hearts of the crew. Just raise your hand. Not long after, the Moby Dick, which was noisy just now, was now silent for an instant. I've asked Yi Zhang to notify the new guy. He'll be here soon. We can just wait. Whitebeard said to everyone with the demeanor of the head of the family. As soon as these words came out, on the Moby Dick, which was quiet just now, once again, a big wave was made, the overwhelming dissatisfaction. It pervades everyone in the Whitebeard pirates. What's going on? Do we have to wait? What does this newcomer think of Moby Dick? It really made me laugh. Why is he worthy of so many of us waiting for him? Did you make a mistake, Dad? The crew members did not agree at all. What is the current status of the Whitebeard pirates on this sea? 4 emperors of New World, leader of the times. The first of 4 emperors, the world's #1 pirate group. The only 3 remaining pirates from the old era and so on. All kinds of labels are affixed to them, coupled with the praise from various media and news reports. It's nice to enjoy the shade under the big tree. Over time, the crew members all had an innate sense of superiority in their hearts. This is why all the crew members are proud of the Whitebeard pirates. Now, more than 1,600 men gathered across their entire ship. Stay here one by one today, just waiting for someone new. Wang Defa? Who can bear this? Many crew members gritted their teeth and had a fierce look in their eyes. That anger in my heart, newcomer, right? Such a big rack. I want to see later how you managed to get to Taiwan. Dad, you. Yi Zhang couldn't help but sigh, it's so miserable, Lin. As soon as we boarded the ship, we encountered such a disaster. Even the calm Marco twitched his lips. I finally understand why Dad didn't let us tell the news about Yi Zhang's defeat to Lin. Back in the beginning, Whitebeard banned Marco, Josie and others, and the news came out that Yi Zhang was defeated by Lin Yan. The reason is simple. If everyone learns that Yi Zhangdu lost to Lin Yan, they will be mentally prepared. On the contrary, it cannot achieve the current effect. Next, there will be a good show. Beasta touched the long knife in his hand and said, "Let me see how much Lin, who defeated Yi Zhang, weighs." Josie said with a slightly interested look on his face while stroking his hands. It's not hard to imagine. Next up is Moby Dick. There's going to be an uproar. The other side. Yi Zhang came to Lin Yan and told him that his father wanted to see him. Do you want to see me? Then let's go. Lin Yan didn't think much about it. Say nothing. Let Yi Zhang lead the way. Are you ready? Yi Zhang thought of his father's initial warning, and he came out of nowhere to say such an unreasonable sentence. Preparation. What preparation? Lin Yan didn't understand what Yi Zhang meant. Ahem, it's nothing, come with me. Yi Zhang coughed and said nothing. He took the lead. Get ahead of the curve. Lead the way for Lin Yan. Lin Yan followed closely behind. Less than half an hour. Yi Zhang stopped, pointed to the port in the distance and said, "That's our Moby Dick." Lin Yan raised his head and looked around, on the dock. It has a ship that looks like a whale, facing the waves and the sea breeze. It stands there like a towering mountain. This ship is the iconic building of the Whitebeard pirates, the Moby Dick. The flag of the Whitebeard pirates is fluttering in the sea breeze, and its huge appearance has a very strong visual impact. Ripple on the sea. It's like a giant beast lurking here. If you don't sing, you will be a blockbuster. Is this Moby Dick? Lin Yan glanced at it, and then nodded. It is indeed the ship of the Whitebeard pirates, far beyond the comparison of the ships of other pirate groups. In the words of Lin Yan, "Come all come. Let him take a good look." On top of this Moby Dick, what kind of imperial pirate group is gathering here? Lin Yan walked along the corridor, landing on the deck step by step. Lin Yan stepped on the steps and landed on the Moby Dick step by step. Because of the empty corridor and the sound of boots stepping on the wooden boards. Like orchids in an empty valley, echoes linger. The crew members of the Whitebeard pirates also immediately noticed the movement in the corridor. Suddenly, 1,600 people on the entire ship held their breath. The scene calmed down instantly. Silence fell. Not a shred of noise. Newcomers are coming. All eyes. Everyone looked towards the corridor entrance. The next second, Lin Yan landed on the Moby Dick. The sun reflected on his face. His face was visible to everyone on the Moby Dick. This moment, he shines brightly like a black sheep among the white sheep, attracting the attention of countless people. Everyone was staring at him. Invisible pressure. An overwhelming crowd rushed towards Lin Yan. There were doubts, anger, and sneers in these eyes. They are waiting for a good show. Talking about Lin Yan. Because of the first landing on the Moby Dick. He looked left and right. Moby Dick is so huge that it can be seen at a glance. The crew members of the Whitebeard pirates gathered on both sides. There was an endless stream of people at the scene. These are the elite members of the Whitebeard pirates. The group of people who will participate in Summit War in the future. Face everyone's gaze. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth raised slightly. Right in the center of Moby Dick, Whitebeard sat upright, his sharp eyes also looking at Lin Yan. He wears a captain's hat, with a naginata standing at his side, holding water, his beard is curved, and the breath of the four emperors stretches out. Even though he is old, he cannot hide his sharp edge. There is solemnity and majesty in every gesture. Even though Lin Yan and Whitebeard are some distance apart. But they can all be affected by his aura. Whitebeard? Lin Yan nodded secretly, immediately afterwards. He moved his eyes away and looked at the crew members of the Whitebeard pirates around him. However, Lin Yan was stunned for a moment. Everyone glared at him. This look, it was as if Lin Yan owed them millions. Doubts flashed through Lin Yan's mind. What's going on? To be honest, Lin Yan is quite looking forward to the Whitebeard pirates. And he knows it too. As a newcomer, it is only natural that people will pay attention to Moby Dick when he first lands on it. The issue is, what the hell is this look like of you wanting to eat me alive? It's our first time meeting. I didn't offend you, did I? You must be Lin. At this time, Whitebeard in the center stood up and asked Lin Yan with appreciative eyes. From the time I first came in, Whitebeard was sizing up Lin Yan. I thought Lin Yan was the same kind of muscular man like Chaozi. However, after seeing such an elegant and easygoing person boarding the ship, Whitebeard's eyes showed a little surprise. I am. Lin Yan replied. Listen to Whitebeard's question. In his heart, there were also waves of waves. Gu la 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 la, interesting. I heard that Izo once invited you to join our Whitebeard pirates? Whitebeard looked at the impressive Lin Yan and nodded with satisfaction. Yes. Lin Yan continued to answer. Then what do you think of our Whitebeard pirates? Whitebeard also wants to see what Lin Yan thinks of them, the Whitebeard pirates. I don't have any opinion, it's good. Lin Yan gave a compromise answer. Whitebeard paused for a moment. It is clear. This answer was not the result he wanted. Let's get straight to the point. Lin, would you like to join our Whitebeard pirates? Whitebeard chuckled again, then asked calmly. As soon as these words came out, the surrounding crew members of the Whitebeard pirates clenched their fists. This is the sense of déjà vu that newcomers can fly with confidence and bear the consequences themselves. Lin Yan did not answer directly. He glanced around first. Invisible pressure surrounded him. This made him a little uncomfortable. I would like to ask a few questions first. Are I familiar with the crew of your Whitebeard pirates? Lin Yan asked, pointing to the crew members around him. First time meeting, not familiar. Whitebeard thought for a moment and replied. Excuse me, do I have any holidays with the crew of your Whitebeard pirates? No holiday. So, let me ask you, have I met any of you Whitebeard pirates before? Should. Not. After Whitebeard listened. He didn't understand why Lin Yan asked such a question. But the next second, a word from Lin Yan. But it made Whitebeard laugh out loud. Then I want to say something, since there is nothing, then why are these crew members of yours looking at me like they want to peel off my skin? Lin Yan was really speechless. I didn't even bother you. No more hatred. Do nothing. As for that, this is it. Suddenly, the Whitebeard pirates are in his heart. It plummeted on the spot. I had high hopes for your Whitebeard pirates. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed. Lin Yan raised his head and said helplessly. At this moment, after the people around heard this sentence, they were still holding back for their father's sake. Quit on the spot. Everyone was so angry that they couldn't contain their anger. Are you mocking us? Who are they? A member of the Whitebeard Pirates. The 4 emperors of the New World, the leaders of the era, the first pirate group of the Grand Line. And can create all this. Except Whitebeard, except the squad leader. Their crew of 1,600 Whitebeard pirates played a major role in this. Played a big part in it. Anyone who can stand on this Moby Dick. Which one is not a strong man who stands alone? Who hasn't come out of various wars? Horse riding. They stand in the sea for such a long time. Once upon a time. Have you ever been ridiculed like this? In a moment. Lin Yan becomes the public enemy of the Whitebeard pirates. As soon as I got on the boat, my tail was raised to the sky. This keeps going on. Isn't it about to fly out of the solar system? Gyula la la la. On the other side, compared to the other angry crew members, Whitebeard laughed boldly. Lin Yan's words sparked Whitebeard's interest in him. The crew clenched their fists. They had no intention of letting Lin Yan come to power before. At this moment, the Moby Dick was like a flame igniting the fuse, and curses were everywhere. Haha, your tone is quite good. Boy, don't forget, Moby Dick is not a place for you to act wild. Based on what you said today, don't even think about joining our Whitebeard pirates. It's quite arrogant. I really hope you have the strength to keep jumping like this. Let him fully understand the dangers of society. There were thousands of people, all of them constantly scolding Lin Yan. Various, civilized, words, it kept coming out of their mouths. Facing such an arrogant guy, their father can bear it. The crew didn't tolerate him. No matter what I say today, I will give this stinky guy a good beating. Moby Dick was in chaos. After Whitebeard saw this scene. In his eyes, there was a glimmer of light. He also became slightly worried. Have no idea. Can Lin handle it? It's okay to hold on. But what if you can't bear it? Tell the truth. Whitebeard also doesn't want to miss Lin Yan's squad leader level combat power. Just like what Izo thought before. Fertile water cannot flow to outsiders' fields. We can't let other 4 emperors groups get such a bargain in vain. Stop scolding. Stop scolding. Lin Yan raised his hand to signal everyone to stop trolling. Look at Lin Yan's appearance. The crew members of the Whitebeard pirates were overjoyed. I thought Lin Yan had given in, after all. The Whitebeard pirates prohibit private fighting. They just had a good time. Dad is here watching. They can't really fight. Just when everyone was secretly happy. Is this the basic skill of your Whitebeard pirate group to troll people? Zon culture is nothing more than that, it has no lethality at all. You are not scolding me with enthusiasm. The cat in front of my house knows how to curse better than you. Just put a handful of rice on the keyboard, and even a chicken can spit on people better than you. Lin Yan took out his ears and turned on the map cannon to taunt. This is a big deal. The crew of the Whitebeard pirates are suppressed by their father. Their crater has not erupted yet, but just because of Lin Yan's words. Although they didn't know what Zuan culture was, looking at Lin Yan's expression, they expected that it wasn't a good thing. The volcano that the crew members could no longer contain erupted on the spot. Each one seemed like a small universe exploded. The insulting words were fired at Lin Yan like Gatling. Listen to their rants. Take advantage of this moment. Lin Yan also figured out the whole story. It turned out to be because he was dissatisfied with Whitebeard personally recruiting him to join their Whitebeard pirates. This is why such an oolong happened. Thought of this. Lin Yan felt ashamed. Be good. You are too glass-hearted. Is this the magnanimity of the Whitebeard pirates? Why are the 2 of them so pampered? Just give it up. Since you, the Whitebeard pirates, don't welcome me. Then I leave? Then I leave? Then I leave? Alas. Sigh from a certain man, in line with the principle of doing more than doing less. Lin Yan said calmly. Actually, I was very happy at the beginning when you invited me to join the Whitebeard pirates. But, since you don't welcome me, Captain Whitebeard, then I can only regretfully say sorry to you. I reject. I refuse to join your Whitebeard pirates. Lin Yan doesn't have any more sex with you. I refused outright. Don't you want me to join the Whitebeard pirates? Aren't you trying to squeeze me out of your head and kick me off the boat? Then I will fulfill all your fantasies. No need for you to take action. I'll get off the boat myself. After hearing the 3 words, I refuse. Whitebeard said nothing. Have you been rejected? Yi Zhang couldn't help but feel worried. We must really force Lin away. He felt a little sorry, and the crew members who were insulting just now. It also calmed down now. The entire Moby Dick fell into a brief silence. Silence fell. Needless to say, the current comprehensive strength of the Whitebeard Pirates group is getting stronger and stronger as they develop. The Whitebeard Pirates have become an iconic group in the hearts of the crew and cannot be shaken. In the hearts of many crew members, The Whitebeard pirates hold a supreme position. Lin Yan's "I refuse" is short and concise, but it made them feel particularly uncomfortable. Nani? Are you going to refuse now? What about the way you looked with your tail in the air just now? What about that glaring look you had just now? Isn't it long ocean? Shouldn't you turn on the map cannon? Who else would it be if I were not the one? If invited by others? Lin Yan just refuses to know. The invitation was just sent out. But their father. Who is their father? The leader of the 4 emperors, the leader of the era, an overlord-level figure in the old era, and one of the 3 legendary pirates. You guy. What ability do you have? Dare you refuse our father's invitation? From the beginning till now, it's all because of other people's begging to join the Whitebeard pirates. They are really rarely seen. Someone can refuse an invitation from their dad. Who wouldn't want to join the Whitebeard pirates? Who wouldn't be proud to join the Whitebeard pirates? And the pride and arrogance in the hearts of the crew. It is precisely because of the Whitebeard pirates that their current status was gradually created. Lin Yan is a newcomer. Refuse in public. The crew was furious. Lin, are you worthy of refusing? Haha. Want to leave? There's no door. You're in big trouble. Before it was just noisy. Now, 2 people pulled Lin Yan and refused to let him get off the boat. In the eyes of the crew of the Whitebeard pirates, only they reject others. Once upon a time. Do others have the right to try to reject them? Now. Lin Yan said that he was not interested in the Whitebeard pirates. This is simply insulting to them. No matter what you say, Lin Yan can't get his wish. This moment. Lin Yan was like an old man looking at his cell phone on the subway, looking at the crew members of the Whitebeard pirates in front of him with disgust. Made. Idiot. Before Brexit, a certain country had an iconic line that was suspected of leaking its national essence. These people are all idiots, they are all idiots. The crew of the Whitebeard pirates in front of me. Aren't you just stupid? Neither is joining. Not even if you don't join. Lin Yan lived most of his life. I have never seen such a pervert person. He felt that he could spend his own money to give these shameless guys a good look at a psychiatrist. How conceited is this? To reach their level. What if I have to leave? Lin Yan frowned, a little unhappy. You are making me no longer human inside and out, right? Then just step over us. The crew heard that Lin Yan seemed to be planning to take action. They immediately became happy. Want to take action? Who did the Whitebeard pirates fear? To be able to stand on this. Who is the weak one? Then let's start the war. Lin Yan originally planned to leave, but at this moment, he suddenly remembered his mission of defeating 3 enemies with a bounty of 300 million. The people in the Whitebeard pirates are all very skilled. There are many people who are foolish and rich. It is clear. They are all the best experiences for babies. Think of this. Lin Yan smiled knowingly in his heart, but his face remained calm. Haha. If you dare to challenge our Whitebeard pirates, you probably don't know how to write the word death. All the crew members sneered. What's wrong with comparing them to the Whitebeard pirates? Rather than strength, it's really asking for death. Because Whitebeard didn't show up before Izang was defeated. In everyone's minds, they thought he was just an ordinary newcomer. An ordinary newcomer. Isn't it easy to teach a lesson? Today. No matter what they say, they must show off their glory in front of this newcomer. Let him know why the Whitebeard pirates are called the best pirate group in the world. However, the fight is not from white hits. I can't be a human punching bag. Lin Yan stretched out a finger and said with a smile on his face. What do you want? Many crew members paused and said with displeasure on their faces. Simple. If you want to compete with me, you have to pay more. Lin Yan rubbed his hands and said with a childlike smile. Let's do this, 200,000 belly, however. These words of his. On board the Whitebeard pirates. There was an uproar on the spot. So much? The moment they heard this number, the crew members were shocked. Damn it. Fark. Wong defa? Knock on Rima. Did I hear it wrong? I'm not deaf. Where is this? This is the Moby Dick of the Whitebeard pirates. In the eyes of everyone in Baituan, Moby Dick is the home they protect, a holy place in everyone's heart, and has been their partner with the Whitebeard pirates for many years. It is as holy and immaculate as Marie Joy's in Marine's heart. More like a goddess Athena, who is as high as the goddess Athena. Respectable but not blasphemous. The results of it? Good guy. What a shame, this shameless bitch. It's just a fight on their Moby Dick, but they also have to ride horses and pay more. Are you possessed by a layman who added money or something? Is this an idea that anyone can come up with? Interesting, but really interesting. Goo la 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 la. Whitebeard touched his beard. The more calm Lin Yan is, the more he appreciates Lin Yan's deeds. It seems, Lin is about the same age as Ace. But his crooked idea, it's quite a handful. They're on the Moby Dick. It's rare to find such an interesting person. It has always been them, the Whitebeard pirates, who snatched the food from the tiger's mouth. Now their white group will reap the consequences. Whitebeard was admiring it. I also want to invite Lin Yan to join their white group more and more. Next, let's see how far Lin's strength can reach. If it is true as Izo said before, Whitebeard already had a plan in mind. While Whitebeard was pondering for a while, Moby Dick exploded at this moment. Damn it, he did it on purpose. I've never seen anyone so shameless. You knew I had no money in my pocket, so you deliberately targeted Lousy, right? No billion. Little brat. The group of people who disliked Lin Yan from the beginning have become more aggressive now. This guy. What do you think of the Whitebeard pirates? Crunch. A series of clenched fist sounds resounded throughout the land. The sea breeze came and swept over the scene, full of violence and ferocity. How much the crew hates Lin Yan. Directly pulled to 100%. They really wanted to put their size 45 shoes on Lin Yan's size 38 face that deserved a beating. Marco, Josie, Bista and other captains also covered their foreheads. They looked at each other, from each other's eyes. I saw deep helplessness. Yi Zhang couldn't help but shook his head. I finally understand why Lin Yan joined them before the Whitebeard pirates. He said that his salary would be doubled, 5 social insurances and 1 housing fund would be provided. I bet he is really greedy for money. Misreading. I really made a mistake. Sao, actually regarded Lin Yan as a dragon or a phoenix among men. To know. Before that, Yizhang thought that Lin Yan looked down on wealth, status and honor, and was the kind of person who didn't like the fireworks of the world. This is my fault. Sin, but this is the Whitebeard pirates after all. Everyone has a lot of money. Although there are so many Baileys, it hurts my body. But it's not to the extent that they can't afford it. You are too naive. We may not be able to get it out. Today, Lousy will teach you a lesson, at this time. Among the 5th Division, their vice-captain stood up. He raised the long sword in his hand, pointed at Lin Yan in the distance and shouted angrily. He's the vice-captain of the 5th Division. He is one of the strongest men on our ship. With his appearance, we will be sure of success. HMPH, in front of the vice-captain, how can this slut be jumping around like crazy? This newcomer is quite thick-skinned. I just don't know how strong he is. Lousy wishes he could trample him under his feet. Haha, I hope he can withstand 3 moves at the hands of the 5th Division deputy captain. The crew recognized the identity of the vice-captain immediately. As everyone knows, Foil Bista is the person with the longest and furthest swordsmanship in the Whitebeard pirates. In the attainments of swordsmanship, within the white group, there is no one like him. The vice-captain of the 5th Division has followed Bista for many years. His attainments in Kendo have improved by leaps and bounds. The strength is unusual, if the white group ranks a swordsmanship. The vice-captain is at least among the top 3 in terms of strength. As soon as he appeared, suddenly, many people at the scene were excited. Come on, vice-captain. Still want to get money? Hurry and beat him until he doesn't even recognize his mother. The crew members vented their emotions and dissatisfaction. 1 or 2 shouted cheers to the vice-captain. Surrounded by hundreds of people at the scene. The vice-captain also looked arrogant. He was able to get to where he is now. His strength is naturally ranked among the top among the Whitebeard pirates. Because of confidence in one's own strength. That's why I chose to be the first to stand up. He reached for his pocket with one hand. Then he took out a gold watch. I don't have that much money on hand. This gold watch is worth 500,000 belly. 500,000 is a bit much, but Lousy will use this price to teach you a lesson today and take your head. The vice-captain had a sneer on his face, and the sarcasm in his words was very harsh. In his opinion, want to make money? I'm afraid you'll have to spend your life to spend it. The words fell. He angrily smashed the gold watch in his hand at Lin Yan. Lin Yan also raised his hand to catch the gold watch. He looked up and down. Heavy. The sunlight refracted on it was very dazzling. Real money and silver were just held in his hands. Facing the scolding vice-captain, Lin Yan, on the other hand, has a good temper. Full of smiles. Are you throwing money at me? Just smash it. I'll take as many as you come. As expected of a member of the world's #1 pirate group, he is so generous with his actions. Awesome. Lin Yan gave the vice-captain a thumbs up in an old-fashioned way. 5 million Baileys, I'll give you a discount and let you challenge it 3 times. At the same time, he also opened a back door for the vice captain, allowing him to challenge 3 times. The vice captain's expression turned cold. A sneer appeared at the corner of his mouth. 3 times? Huh. I'm afraid you won't be able to catch even one of my moves. While talking, he steadily pulled out the long knife in his hand. 1 foot touched the ground. Raise the sharp blade in your hand. From a tricky angle, the knife struck Lin Yan hard. Shuashawashua, in the blink of an eye. The vice captain of the 5th Division swung 3 sword strikes in succession. These 3 swords carry his endless anger, venting the anger in his heart. He struck hard at Lin Yan, however, in Lin Yan's eyes. The speed of these 3 sword strikes was like a snail. Slow. Too slow. Slow enough that he only had to move a step. It can be easily avoided. But Lin Yan rolled his eyes and a crooked idea came to his mind. 200,000 Baileys is nothing if you don't go whoring. Since you are willing to pay, if I don't cooperate with your performance. I felt so sorry. One side of Lin Yan's body avoided the previous 2 slashes. Boom. The 3rd slash hit him directly, knocked him away. What the hell? Seeing Lin Yan being hit, the first one to stand up was Yi Zhang. He was deeply aware of Lin Yan's speed. Just think that's close to the speed of light. Not even observation hockey can capture traces of its existence. How could it be possible to be hit by a slash at such a speed? It was as if Tathagata was holding Sun Monkey down with one hand, but Sun Monkey opened Wuji Mountain with one stick, and at the same time stepped on Tathagata's head with his kick. It was so shocking. This. Not to mention Yi Zhang, Marco, Josie, Bista and others were also confused. They didn't understand what was going on, not to say. Isn't Yi Zhang a match for Lin Yan? Why did he fail on the first move? Before they had time to think about it, the surrounding crew members of the Whitebeard Pirates clapped their hands and cheered. Good. As expected of the vice captain of our Whitebeard Pirates. This strength is well deserved. This is the price for being arrogant in our Whitebeard Pirates. It makes me so happy. Tisk, 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 on our Moby Dick, even a dragon has to lie down for me. Lin Yan was seen frustrated. The crew couldn't be more happy. They all clenched their fists. It was like seeing the national football team enter the World Cup. I was so happy and dancing. Is this your strength? The vice captain of the 5th Division was condescending. Even though he was indifferent before, he couldn't help but feel a little smug now. The Whitebeard Pirates are indeed the 4 emperors of the New World, the leaders of the era, and the world's #1 pirate group. The strongest man in the world, Whitebeard, is sitting on top of the mountain. He is invincible. He despises the sea and sweeps across the entire world. No one around him can compete with you. This strength is really strong. Lin Yan clutched his chest and squatted on the ground, blood dripping from the corner of his mouth. Although he clearly did not win the Best Actor award, he vividly showed his strength as the best actor. Even the lines of praise come right off the bat. Listen to Lin Yan's flattering words. The crew of the Whitebeard Pirates couldn't be more comfortable. Just like the heroine of the island country. My heart is filled with happiness. Suspected car without evidence. Don't think that if you say a few nice words, I can let you go. The vice captain was so proud that he could almost see it on his face. But he still pretended to be serious and held it back, coldly speaking to Lin Yan. Next. The war is about to break out, but basically it was the vice captain who had the upper hand. The sword flashes in the sword strikes continuously. His various abilities were brought to the big screen handsomely. The other side. Lin Yan, on the other hand, kept losing ground. It seemed like his life was hanging by a thread. It's even just a final step to send him back to the west. But he took his last breath, didn't fall down. There is no retreat. No more failure. Damn it, it's just the last step. Quickly kill this shameless guy. Damn, how can he hold on so well? Come on, Vice Captain. It's like brown candy, it won't stick to you. Fall down. Let Lousy fall down quickly. F*K, I can't wait to play in person. The vice captain of the 5th team was anxious because he had not been able to defeat Lin Yan, whose life was hanging by a thread. But he was anxious. The crew members watching the battle were even more anxious. I wish I could play in person. It was obvious that Lin Yan had exposed so many flaws. But he just couldn't take him down. Gulalalala. Whitebeard was sitting in the center of Moby Dick, the corners of his mouth under his curved beard raised slightly. He was confused at first, but as time goes by. Lin Yan exposed his chicken feet. Whitebeard smiled without breaking it. It's just that the brilliance has settled on Lin Yan's body. This kid. You're starting to play tricks again, aren't you? Not to mention Josie, Beasta, and Izang. Guess. Even the calmest Marco would probably be tricked if he were put in front of him. After a long battle, 100 moves passed. 200 moves passed. 500 moves passed. Finally, at the time of 904 moves, the two decided the winner. Boom. The deputy captain of the 5th team finally couldn't hold on any longer. His clothes were soaked with sweat. He was exhausted. He fainted on the spot and fell to the ground. It's just a fluke, I'm still slightly better after all. Actually, you guys from the Whitebeard Pirates seem to be nothing more than that. I feel like the world's #1 pirate group is a bit over the top. Next. Lin Yan rubbed his hands and said with a look on his face. The crew frowned. What do you mean by, it's just such an overstatement? He just defeated a vice captain. Are you so arrogant? Just fly into the sky and stand side by side with the sun? Are you defeating others? I'm embarrassed to even click on you. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that your riding on the horse has exhausted the deputy captain. Just slightly better. Damn it, just start kicking your nose and face, right? Lived most of my life. They have never seen anyone who doesn't want billions so much. But the defeat of the vice captain is an indisputable fact. Everyone's anger. Even more top-notch than before. I'll be next. I come. Let Lousy come. Get out of the way, his opponent is Lousy. They were still hesitant because of the 200,000 belly, and they scolded Lin Yan for being a profiteer. Now they are all squeezing their heads to compete with Lin Yan. Even if it means bankrupting everything, for nothing else. They just want to give the Whitebeard Pirates some face. Isn't it just for this breath that people live? There was a lot of commotion aboard the Moby Dick. Shout to the sky. Crash. Millions of Baileys were all thrown in front of Lin Yan. There are many people who challenge him. There are deputy captains, elite cadres, and strong crew members. In short, anything bloody, they all swarmed up. Take the banknotes and throw them at Lin Yan. Some people even compete with Lin Yan in advance. Angrily smashed 1,000,000 Baileys, just to jump in line. Lin Yan took all the money very skillfully, and then said to them, come one by one, don't worry. Then, the man who smashed 1,000,000 Baileys in anger became the second white crew member to challenge Lin Yan. HMPH, it's just a piece of dogskin plaster. It will only delay. Let me make a quick decision. His angry voice shocked the entire Moby Dick. A war between the two sides is about to break out. They got into a fight over a disagreement. Don't tell me yet. Being able to spend so much money to challenge. His status in the White League is not low either. But for Lin Yan. In fact, that's it. The speed is as slow as a snail. Come on. You are the second guy to challenge this dogfight. We must kill him. I don't want to see him get arrogant anymore. Young horseman, I have never been as frustrated as I am today. This guy is starting to hit me hard. The crew members shouted excitedly. Have to admit, Lin Yan was able to overthrow the vice captain of their 5th division, the Whitebeard Pirates. A bit unexpected, he still has some strength. They also recognized Lin Yan's strength. One code can be returned to one code. So what if you are strong? Does the Whitebeard Pirates lack strong people? Now, the crew members wished that Lin Yan would be beaten so badly that they would kneel on the ground and kowtow to beg for mercy. Regrettably, this time, they were going to be disappointed again. The two sides fought fiercely for more than 1,300 rounds. The sky was dark and the earth was dark, the sun and moon had no light, and the waves were turbulent, shaking the sky. If it weren't for the resentment in his heart, many people almost fell asleep watching it. It was like a 33-minute game with 0 kills. You come and I go, come and go, Shakespeare, no doubt. The second challenger was once again exhausted by Lin Yan. You guy. The second challenger was panting and out of breath from exhaustion. He only felt his fist hitting cotton. There is no place for strength. In his heart, there are 1,000,000 dissatisfactions. Because of excitement, blushing and thick neck. But he is at this moment, no longer able to revolving heaven. After the vice captain of the 5th team, the second challenger was knocked to the ground by Lin Yan. No, not so much hammered to the ground. It would be better to say that he collapsed from exhaustion. Luckily, next one. Lin Yan continues to greet the next opponent. I really didn't expect that this newcomer actually killed 2 groups of people on our side in a row. Today, our Whitebeard Pirates' reputation has been completely tarnished. No, this dogfighting is just opportunistic. It only delays, and never dares to hit the target. That's right. What's the use of hiding all the time? It's a duel. I don't care, I'm going to be next. Lousy can't wait to trample him under his feet. I'll be next. I come. I've already paid the money, 800,000 belly. The crew members were also extremely excited, and every one of them was angry. Just like they say, this hanging hair will only delay time. Fight but don't dare to fight, fight but don't dare to fight. Let them have no use for their strength, but that's why. More people joined in. Everyone wants to compete with Lin Yan. Next came the third challenger, and the two sides fought fiercely for more than 1,300 rounds. The fourth challenger fought fiercely for more than 1,500 rounds. The fifth challenger, the two sides fought for more than 1,800 rounds. Now everyone in the Whitebeard Pirates has already gone up, no matter what, there is only one thought in their eyes. Kill this newcomer. The more I beat, the more frustrated I become. The more I feel aggrieved, the more I want to fight. The more I get beaten, the more I want to regain my face. It really proves that statement. Human food. Very addictive. Wait a minute. At this time, Lin Yan suddenly raised his hand and signaled the sixth challenger to stop. What, are you scared? The sixth challenger glared at Lin Yan with a dark face and yelled angrily. No, 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 give me 10 minutes to rest. Lin Yan asked them for 10 minutes. Such a long battle was actually nothing to Lin Yan. But if you don't pretend to rest, it's inevitable that chicken feet will be exposed later. And then next, Lin Yan plays every game. Everyone will ask for 10 minutes to rest. Then the 6th, the 7th, the 13th, the 14th. Watching Lin Yan take more and more breaks, the eyes of the crew members of the Whitebeard Pirates began to shine. Look, he's taking longer and longer breaks. He must be physically exhausted. We will soon see the dawn of hope. Now do you know the consequences of firing a map cannon? Let me see how you end up. Humph. Gobi, do you have today too? I can't wait to leave my mark on him. Hurry up front, kill him quickly. The crew members flexed their hands, and Lin Yan became increasingly tired. The more excited they become. Excited heart, trembling hands. They didn't believe it. The dignified Whitebeard Pirates, the strongest pirate group in the New World. Can't you kill a newcomer? Who do you think you are? Even because of the chi and blood. In order to save their face, they even forgot about it. This is a wheel battle, but, during a long battle, Lin Yan fully solved the challenge of more than 50 or 60 members of the Whitebeard Pirates, and the crew members were hoarse from shouting. Finally someone reacted belatedly. Wait, don't give away more people. Haven't you noticed? He has already killed more than 50 or 60 of our members. What he said. One word awakens the dreamer. Although the people of the Whitebeard Pirates are angry and angry. But they are not fools either. If you want to kill 2 or 3, we can accept it. Killing 7 or 8 would still be understandable. Killing 1 or 20 of them is not very repulsive. After all, Lin Yan is strong. Everyone has watched so many battles. It can be regarded as knowing the basics. The results of it? You have already killed more than 50 or 60 of our crew members. I want to be injured but not hurt, my face is not red and I am out of breath. The key is, look at his unfinished expression. He even wanted to keep the stage going. Why? Why is this newcomer so obsessed with competing in the ring? I see. This was a deliberate trap on his part. He just wants to take advantage of our idea of leaving footprints on his face, and has been directing and acting by his side. After a long confrontation, the discerning person finally stood up. One word awakens the dreamer. The people watching around him also seemed to be enlightened by gods. That tendon was connected in one stroke, so, this bitcha is just pretending? Nani. What a dark heart. Brother, I'm not as bad as you. Turtle grandson. Nima, all the previous money was used to pay for tuition. 200,000 Baileys. 200,000 is a ball, and I've already given out 1 million Baileys. I am 800,000. I have 600,000 yuan, just to jump in the queue. When the people around him heard this, they also understood the truth. Lin Yan does this. Just catch them and kill them. Damn it. Just for 200,000 Baileys. No need to lose face. After realizing Lin Yan's strength, the white crew members who were rushing to challenge Lin Yan before, they were confused. To fight for a breath, to save face. Some even paid millions of Baileys just to join the queue. Now, they broke everything and spent so much money. In the end, I just paid the tuition. I ride a horse. My mentality is broken. Yar, I'll beat you up. Looking at Lin Yan, the banknotes had already piled up into a mountain. The crew members of the Whitebeard Pirates put on masks of pain. This is all the tuition fee they paid. What is the root cause of this outcome? Bottom line. It was all of them who collectively took it upon themselves to do whatever it took, just to leave a shoe print on his face. Then what? There were no footprints left on Lin Yan's face. On the contrary, the tickets in their pockets were emptied. This day. It's a busy day for Lin Yan. Same. It was also a day when the crew of the Whitebeard pirates cursed each other. He's meowing. I have never seen such a shameless guy asking for money. In order to cheat this money, you really worked hard. The money of our Whitebeard pirates was just given away? It's so abominable. How dare you take the money from our ship? Wait a minute, my head is a little dizzy. What if I'm going crazy? The crew members of the Whitebeard pirates were cursing. Look at Lin Yan's face. They really became more and more angry as they thought about it. But there is no way. I can't beat him again and again, so I can only live with my mouth. They had never experienced a severe beating. I learned a hard lesson today. Those who did not join the war were fine, and those who paid tuition to go to war. Then there were one or two heartbroken voices everywhere. Why doesn't anyone come up? Where are the people? Stop inking. What about the bloody nature of your Whitebeard pirates? Didn't you say before that you would make me look good and let me know why the flowers are so red? Are two of you clamoring to kick me off the boat? Come up quickly. I will stand right in front of you. I can step on you and ravage you as much as you want. This is a rare opportunity. If you miss this village, you won't have this store. Seeing that no one came up for a long time, Lin Yan quickly turned on the map cannon. However, after seeing the truth clearly, the crew members of the Whitebeard pirates all behaved themselves. One or two of them were not enthusiastic, but just sat aside, refusing to say anything. It was because of listening to this guy's ridicule that I got into trouble before. Lousy doesn't listen now. How do you like it? Looking at the scene where no one from the civil and military dynasties spoke, Lin Yan was silent. He looked at his system. Mission 2. Defeat 3 enemies with a bounty of 300 million in 10 days. Current progress. 1/3. Task 2 is still on the same track. Among the 20 people just defeated, no one has a bounty of more than 300 million belly. This also leads to the task has been slow to make progress. And no one at the scene stepped forward to challenge. To this, Lin Yan was also a little anxious. This is not possible, he set his sights. The captains of the Whitebeard pirates surrendered. The usual bounty offered by the crew did not reach 300 million belly. But if your captain cannot reach 300 million belly, this is a bit unreasonable. To know. Even Izo, who ranks at the bottom, has a bounty of more than 500 million belly. Lin Yan said to the captains, "Captains, how about you come up and give it a try?" As soon as these words came out, on board the Moby Dick, which was full of civil and military officials just now, no one spoke. At this moment, there was an uproar. More than 1,600 people on the ship were all shocked. No, what's the situation? Are you going to challenge the squad leader now? He wants to challenge the squad leader? Do not make jokes. You don't really think that you can challenge the squad leader after taking care of ordinary crew members like us. The captain is the top combat power of our Whitebeard pirates. He is not comparable to our ordinary crew members. You are too arrogant. Don't forget, you have fought more than 20 crew members in a row now, and now you have to drag yourself out of exhaustion to challenge the squad leader. You must have been kicked in the head by a donkey. I have to admit that you still have some strength, but you are far from the captain of our Whitebeard pirates. Stop it, newcomer, stop it when you see fit. This is the best way to save your face. The crew members of the Whitebeard pirates were confused and shocked at first, and then in disbelief. Just like they say, he just defeated ordinary crew members like them. Now with his tail raised to the sky, he actually tries to challenge the captain? There was a burst of jeers on the ship. There was more or less sarcasm on everyone's face. He is indeed a newcomer. I don't know how to write without overestimating one's abilities. How can the squad leader be compared to a clown like you? Compared to the mocking crew members. The other crew members of Division 16 who had seen Lin Yan fight against Izo before smiled and said nothing. They know the inside story. But I know that Lin Yan has not yet shown his full strength. At this time, on the deck of the Moby Dick, there was a loud voice. Josie stood up and said in a rough voice, "In that case, let me be your opponent."